And welcome back, everybody. This is the final. One race to 13. I don't know who you like in this. I don't know who I like, but it's going to be tough to beat Szolnoki if he plays the way he did in the semis. As always, I will be joined. I'm going to let him catch his breath by my partner in crime, Karl Boys.
MC Boys is back.
MC Boise.
Yeah, put a little twist on the Phoenix Open, and I think it adds a little extra spice.
I think we've put a few twists on it. It's been spectacular, really. The fans all still here.
Yeah, and it was very receptive for the players there, so that's very good. Listen, this is an all-European clash. I get it. They might have wanted an SVB in the final, but it's tough at the top. But this is an exciting match, not just playing for the title, Scott. There's a lot on the line when you look at the European Mosconi Cup points list. The race to Orlando is hotting up.
Back in another final. He was just in the final of our Arizona Open up in Yuma. He's back for revenge. Why is it always the red 3 after the break that they seem to be elevated over? The 1 is down.
Yeah, it's all right going for the pot as well, but you knock this in, you're in trouble with the red as well. So maybe see something a little different here.
Calling the push out.
Looks like he's going off the edge of this. Back down towards this 6. I'll tell you what, this looks pretty good to me.
Yeah, if you're ever going to have a good start, that's it. Pecelj is initially from Serbia. Belgrade, to be specific. He's got a big ball to get over here. Hard to get that separation. Not the worst at all. Could open the 3-9 up. I don't believe he has. Yeah, I don't think the 3 has a pocket, so he's going to have to do something special. Most likely be a defensive play off the 3. He's got to make the 2 first. Oh, he hit that well.
Yeah, I've been really impressed with Szolnoki, especially in the semi-finals. I thought he played beautiful. That was a really good shot, so he's leveling up for the bank shot here.
Yeah, Carl, and I think he's landed pretty perfect. As you don't pound this, it's going to go dead in the hole. If you hit it too hard, we see it go short. But the 2 ball to land perfect on the bank was pretty Pretty great.
You can just tell he's got a great temperament. Nothing changes. There's no facial expressions. Everything's just the same. Just repeats everything.
Yeah, listen, we know anybody can beat anybody, but just as you were coming in, Karl, I felt like Oliver was going to be pretty tough to beat. At least today, he looked so good on this equipment. Well, forget about the equipment, he just looks good.
This is a great start for Szolnoki as he takes the opening rack. Well, there's all this talk of the race to the Moscone, but this is not too shabby as well. The runner-up, $10,000. The winner, double, $20K. So that's decent payday, very good payday in fact, and that'll all be added to your World 9-Ball Tour ranking and your 1-year list race to Moscone. Yeah, Oliver Szolnoki currently sits in third place in the race to Moscone. He's on 44,885. So 20K here puts him up to 64. Just to give you an idea, Joshua Filler, he's number one right now with 59,840. But of course, Filler's picked up whatever he's picked up from here. So this is huge.
And so is that a big kiss off the one? I don't believe it was scratching. Yeah, I believe it was going to just get, it was going to get past the side. That was a little cold. Wants to fall straight here on the red 3. Pink 4 is on the left long rail. You might be able to fall above it, but you do not want to fall below it. Straight-ish.
Okay. He's got to look at the pink. He's got a couple of ways of playing this. Yeah, come through the gap there, the 9 and the 4 for a shot in the side. It's a little bit dangerous. He could come above right centre as well.
You got to have good touch to shoot it like that, and this is why. Yeah, I think he's still there, but boy, it's close. You're just so dangerous. Well, I don't know now. You know what I mean, right, Karl? There's almost a benefit to just level out and take your medicine. Wherever it lies, but...
Yeah, on a softer table, the shot he played is a lot easier to judge. You can just hit the ball a bit more freely, but clearly can't make this, so he's going airborne.
Yeah, and he's doing it pretty quickly. Just so everybody at home understands, Matchroom rules. Has to deliver threw the cue ball prior to the clock getting to 0. I think he's missed one cross side, and it was the very first one he tried. He was short with it. Since then, he's been pretty sweet. Doesn't have to shoot this. He could use the 8. He could use the 6. From what I've seen, Carl, on this table, I think simplicity is massive, right? The easy, the simple safety, even though you're leaving him some type of kick. We haven't seen a lot of luck balls or anything like that. Don't know. I think you can pinch this ball cross side without a problem, but I don't think he's shooting it. He's going to use the green. There's nothing wrong with it.
No, you're keeping the pressure on. I get the jump shots on. Is it the most difficult jump shot in the world? Maybe not, but you've still got to knock them in. Nobody just keeps knocking these jump shots in, so, you know, Szolnoki is keeping the squeeze on.
Don't know how much he can get of the bottom of the 5, especially with the cue ball being that high. I'd like to have the cue ball about 4 inches lower. So this could be tricky. The kick and stick might have more value. I guess he can spin it out and hold on the 8. Oh, no problem. What a great hit. How good does this guy really play? Where have you been all my life?
Yeah, he's just got on the table and got used to it straight away. We've seen the best players in the world struggle, Scott, on this table. Szolnoki, well, he's fine.
Yeah, I mean, I think you'll agree. I don't feel like Pecelj really gotten 100% comfortable either. It just kind of tells you how the event's gone, and it's not a dig at Pecelj. It's just how this event's gone. I think it's good. All the variables. It's not like the table play is bad, but it's lightning fast. For instance, this shot here for most, you're going to be very uneasy. He's got to drag it with a low outside or roll it with a high outside, one of the two. But he's proven over and over again with the high ball, he's batting like 100%. Back and forth between the 9 or 3 rails. He's so close that I think 3 is probably the play. Just don't catch it thick. Yeah, well done. That shot becomes much easier when you're in closer range. And you notice right there, he just used a tip of outside to check it. He knows it's going to hold straight up versus going twice.
Listen, Oliver Szolnoki in 2025 won gold medal at the World Games. He beat Gerson Martinez in the final. 16-player invite event, that. I think it happens every 3 to 4 years. The likes of Joshua Filler, Darren Appleton, I think Karl Obiado's beat Jason Shaw in the final. You know, that's not a tournament that many of us know a lot about, but listen, it's part of the World Games. It's a big deal, so he's definitely got pedigree. And he's proved to us all day he has. Yeah,
and earlier this year, I commentated it. Tells you how out to lunch I am, but sometimes these tournaments all go together. But he won the ranking event, the Bob Stocks Memorial 9-ball championship on the East Coast. That contributed to his points in the run for the Moscone Cup. Szolnoki leading 2-0. Big movement on the 9. He has made the blue 2. It is thin to the upper left.
Well, a win here, Scott, and $20,000 puts him at number 1 spot on the European rankings. He goes just above Filler. Filler obviously got to the quarter-final, so Filler picked up 2,800.
That's pretty strong, right? This is big moves here. Really big moves.
Yeah, this is not just 20k. This is another 20k for losing in the Moscone, but if you win, you get 40k.
Yeah, and he's probably on the right side, let's just be honest.
Yeah, on paper. And when you look at his opponent, Aleksa Pecelj, he's on 17,170 points. So 20k for him puts him up to 37, but there's a whole mixture of players around there like Claudio Cacci, Dennis Grabe, Moritz Neuhausen. They're all lurking around that. So listen, we're going into US Open as well, so this is big storylines.
Yeah, that's good stuff. What about the 1 ball he just came with? Extremely thin to the upper left and so tough to hold for the red 3 down in the lower left. He's got a decision to make here. Does he stay high or come all the way back? He's got to cheat this just a tick. Yeah, he had to cheat it. Needs a little help. Well, I think it'll work. The camera might be on if you can dig into the 5 a little. I believe there's a gap there where you can kind of draw off of this. It looks easy from the other view. Okay, much tougher than it looks.
Chip and run, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look at this. How about this? How about this? Listen, Scott, some of the patrons here sat front row, unless you're a diehard, it's fair to say they might not know these two. But if they play good pool, they're going to enjoy this final.
Yeah, that's upper deck stuff right there. Great play. Table play is really good for it as well. It just seems like he grew up on this table. It's what it feels like to me. Everybody else tentative. Everybody else has been tentative. Except maybe Shane. But he's not in the final. That went long. He's a bit taken aback by it. It's got the angle. Ooh, a little thud there, actually, I think I saw on the cue ball. Just a slight thud.
He's just a real quality operator. It's as simple as that, and I just don't really feel like he's going to make a silly error. He's won the opening 3. Well, we've been talking about this battle, the battle to get to Orlando. We're back at the Caribe Isle, 27th through to the 30th of November. Listen, enough talk of Europeans. We've been doing it. What about Team USA, Scott? Let's discuss.
Yeah, I mean, if they ever had a chance in the last few years, not that they didn't or we didn't think they did prior, because I truly believe every year, but they really have a chance this year. Listen, Bergman has struggled a little, but for me, he's the missing link. That's just my opinion. Tyler Steyer is playing good at every event.
Yeah, Tyler Steyer's looking sharp. SVB sharp. Fedor's Fedor. We're still waiting for him to have a good cup. I think Bergman's shown a lot of signs this last 2 to 3 weeks, but he just keeps landing short. He lost to Victor Zielinski yesterday, 10-9. You know, he's losing a lot of close matches. He's beating some of the good players. Probably just trying to find his feet again.
Exactly. You put it perfectly. Same thing at the Florida Open, and I cannot remember who he lost to, and I was calling the match. Once again, I apologize, but these go together. Do you know?
Azusa Tensho. Hill. He missed a six ball in this corner.
In the lower right corner, which was gross. Caught it a little thick, and it was pretty natural. But to your point, I think he's just kind of recutting his teeth. This stage is a little different out there in the majors for Matchroom. But he's definitely a missing link for me, if it were up to me.
So that's 4 players, but it's a 5-person team.
Yeah, and I mean, listen, I think that the 5th isn't as important as people think. I think it's the most important part about the 5th is I hope they're young, number one, but I hope that it's somebody that everybody else can just get along with and enjoys and likes, because I think that that's the missing kind of part right there. But the coach is the most important. I thought he was coming to this event. I thought he'd said he was coming for the last 2 days. I talked to him about it a couple of times.
Well, not so sure, but he'll have been watching from afar. He's going to have to show us something here, or he'll play the bank on the 4. The bank on the 4 seems obvious.
Yeah, you're right. Oh boy, I saw the back arm get tight there, and he kind of caught a bit of the right of the cue ball, which spun the ball out. Just a little movement in the back arm. Looked like it got real tight.
Mr. Reliable has got a chink in the armor. That's not going to get the job done, Aleksa. Got to punish your opponent when they miss.
You know that rail's going to react so lively. Just catch it thin with an extreme outside ball. He caught it pretty thick. Much thicker than he needed, clearly. Went right into the 5. He can't. He's hooked himself absolutely perfectly. I don't think he can get to the long rail on either side. Yeah, what a disaster. The reason he's going this way, and I would just slam this, gamble a little bit, make something happen for you.
Yeah, it's part of the game, isn't it, Scott? Usually you'll try and find a kick safe, but just give this a good old welly, as we say in the UK. Top corner's close. But listen, it's not worked out too bad, but there's a straight bank up. But you know what I mean.
No, yeah, absolutely. It's worth a whack, right? I think it was well worth the whack. Got to make something happen. A little different than the other banks that he's set up on. Got to back cut this. You want to use a running English, no question. An outside ball, you don't need to elevate. It'll lengthen out. Is he not even? I think he's got him and take this bank on, right?
Yeah, this just looks dead set, doesn't it? Obviously, the cue ball's going to spin off that top short rail and do something for the 5. He's definitely gearing up for it.
Yeah. Well, he had the mind change for a minute. Watch out.
That's pretty good. He can work with that. What a mistake from Aleksa, though. Right when the only time he's missed that ball, a long one, he's just put a bit of something on it, rattled it, and you've not punished.
Yeah, and a race to 13, 3-0 can be negligible, really. If your opponent makes that mistake and you get out behind it, break and run out. But when you do this, you don't want to give this guy too much breathing room from what I'm seeing. He's no joke, this guy, man.
He is no joke.
No.
He's only got one facial expression.
Yeah, and he's only got one gear, and it's a good one. He's in overdrive. He's been in overdrive on this table. By far the best player on this table so far this event.
Okay. Aleksa Pecelj had a chance to win rack 4. He didn't. The question is, how many racks may it cost him? Pick the bones out of that freezer.
Here we go at the bottom again. Szolnoki, 4 for 4 in safety efficiency. That's where it really shows up. We talk about defensive players on the tour. The ones that seem to win the most are the ones that have that in their bag.
And what does safeties drawn mean again?
Safeties drawn means... Did you look it up?
No, I didn't look it up.
What does it mean?
I think it means when you've played safe and they've saved back, or did you get... I can't remember.
Well, safety drawn is I played safe and you play safe back.
Back, right.
But
I thought that.
What's confusing a little bit, and I understand where he's going, is that you would. It sounds like you would kick safe or something like that, or maybe jump safe. But I get it. I get it. And a foul drawn is like you play safe and I
It works.
miss the ball.
Yeah, it works.
Or whatever. Yes,
Okay.
it works. But the one in the side, 2 of 3 for Szolnoki, but he has broke the balls more.
Yeah, and the POP is in the 900s. He was in the 900s in the semi-finals.
Yeah, and that's a great number. Very good number.
First shot after the break. Does that mean he's got the first shot after the break, or does it mean he's got a shot after the break?
These are all good questions.
We'll get this sorted. I think the players are on a timeout. I think it's time for an advert.
For years, champions have trusted Tom. Now the evolution continues. Designed for those who demand excellence. By request of players and fans around the world, Tom brings you the new V10 Blue Chalk. Elevate your performance. Step into the blue. Tom V10, the future of billiards is in your hands. Visit www.tombilliards.com for more information.
Yeah, players still on their timeout, but if you've missed the start of this final, well, Oliver Szolnoki has been putting on a clinic. Only one missed ball. It was a long red 3 in the last rack into the upper right corner pocket. He left it over the hole. Aleksa potted it, didn't get on his next ball. He lost the rack. So I presume Aleksa is the one that's took the timeout, just trying to slow his opponent down. We've all done that. It's a little bit of a move.
Yeah, and talking about the pool stats, it's Mike, the pool stat guy, and doing big things back there. Really impressed. We've needed this for quite a while, and it is the first shot after the break. That means he got the first shot or the first opportunity, or he received the first opportunity. Fouls drawn are basically like Karl plays safe on me, just so everybody understands one more time. Karl plays safe on me, and I foul. That's simple. Black and white, because these are stats.
Okay, here we go. Szolnoki back at the table. Good to see SBC in the arena as well, refereeing this final. Also being our tournament director. Soft break Chuck, he's known as on the circuit.
Here comes the 2. Probably could have done with a flick off the 8. 5 a little bit nasty down low. So was the 4.
I think Chuck's had his eye on that little break there. His mind will be thinking about that soft break. Or was it a soft break? Well, he's going to be locked up behind the green here. Yeah, he's going above the 8, but this is not natural. He's got to play it with left English. He'll take that from where he was all day long.
Yeah, he's looking, can he flick this rail first? There's a lot of value, especially if this ball's, yeah, it's almost in a perfect position, because if you catch it too deep, it's just going to go to the long rail and come back. Now, I'm not saying it's easy, but this table plays right for it. The rails have really grabbed. He's looking at the kick from the left side. I don't know. I know a player like Jeremy Jones. He loves that shot. Our very own Double J. We've missed him this week, I can assure you. It's been a long week.
Well, he's playing next week, so we might miss him next week as well.
Yeah, probably. Hopefully he goes deep.
Yeah, around day 2 would suit us.
Wow, how does the 2 get through the 9 and 4? Wow.
No, he's not. Has he hooked him?
How does the 2, look at this, he's corner hooked him. The 2 got through the 9 and 4. Well, when you're winning, the ball's no.
Look at this. It's all going on.
Touche. Off the knuckles. I'd still like to know how the 2 got through the 4 and 9. Then he gets corner hooked. Wants to come off the second rail here for sure. And he has. That is nasty.
Oh, my.
That's just nasty.
Well, the scratch is not good for Aleksa. It's not often Szolnoki's going to make a mess of these. He can pretty much chalk this one down. The pink 4 sort of looks like it's a bit awkward, but if he can get on the bottom rail, I think it goes. That's with the cue ball, of course. Yeah, this is the angle he wants. He'll just pull it in between brown and purple.
Yeah, a little hop. You can just come out below the 8 here anywhere on the left side. No need to work it around table.
Just get centre of the table somewhere. Anywhere will kind of do. He can work with it. Obviously, he'd love to come a bit higher on the green 6, but it won't matter. Yeah, as long as you can chop this ball in.
He's worried that's going to fire away from him. And it was, but he was on a real good line. He's pretty tall, but I don't know if he's that tall. Look at him run. Clock winding down. Is the extension enough, though? Longest bridge of the tournament.
It's got to go a little bit, this. Okay, he's going to need another good pot and positional shot.
Yeah, how many times have we seen it over the years when they've got the extension and their huge stretch that the let-up happens? It seems to happen a lot. It's probably the Q-tip just coming up a bit, the back arm getting a little, I don't know, a little tight. You're just afraid you're going to overhit it with that weight in the back. Tell you what, this young man can play. He can really, really play.
Yeah, in 5 racks, it's just been that one missed ball, hasn't it? The long one where he just put a bit of spin on it.
Yeah, it was the 3 ball in the upper right. I think we can all forget about that here real soon. He's played phenomenal. A lot of people like these cues. A lot of people after the J Flowers, the JF 2020. Albert Januarta is a fan of the J Flowers queue. He's a J Flowers player rep. Jason Shaw, Rodney Morris, Earl Strickland, Carl Boys, and many others.
Okay, he's missed his one ball. But let's look at this. Aleksa. No easy. Oh, no.
Yeah, look from up top. I don't know. I mean, obviously, if you played to overcut the 4 just a bit, you could use the 8, but just not a fun combination. What about edging the 1, maybe down towards the center diamond, wrapping around, coming around with 3, back up maybe and behind the 2? That would be really classy. You just caught it too heavy. Yeah, you can get a piece of this, if not all of it. Caught that ball way too heavy. Should have considered the 2 anyway. Notice this speed. It's the right idea. He lost it as well.
Yeah, basic safeties. It's always going to be tricky to earn a shot, but it's hard to play a telling one. Can he sneak in behind the pink? I think he's got one. This goes. Yeah, over there to the left will do.
Because he's rolling it, I think it's a little easier to make on this table now. They've pinched it quite a few times. Yeah, the high ball allows it to become a little bigger pocket. Is he falling straight here? I think he can go forward. It's not ideal. Cue ball hopped there. Big time. I think he needs SBC. Slippery ball, Chuck.
Yeah, I mean, can he get to the pot though still? It's brutal, don't get me wrong, but yeah, it just stopped in its tracks, didn't it?
Yeah, it's little things like that that happen when you're trailing, and it's been tough. Can start to stick out to you. I think he can get at it, Carl. It just doesn't make it any easier, really. Easy to overcut this.
Oh, yeah, striking down on this. 5-0 down. Oh, that's wonderful.
He's been good at the elevation. nailed a couple in his last match that were very impressive. I don't know. Is it back and forth under the 9? He's going to go above and play the combination. Nicely hit. Looks like he's going to stop the bleeding. Still a lot of pool left in this race.
He's off and running. He's no stranger to a comeback. Something tells me this might be a little bit different, but as Scott says, still early doors in this final, and one of our sponsors of the tournament, Simona's Cloth, been around since 1680, the best in the business. We're playing on sharp, great. A few other colours available as well, whatever takes your fancy. Oh, soft break Chuck has let the 9 ball go out the stack there on the break. Fired down now.
Well, to be fair, when the players were racking them, it was almost every single time. It happens. What Karl is talking about there is if the 9 does come out of the rack spot on its own, typically a little bit of a gap somewhere. We see it from time to time, but very rarely. We've seen it all week when the players rack their own balls. Just gives you an idea how hard the job is.
Decent split this. Just got to get this positional shot right, because it's going to make getting on the 5 easier.
Yeah, I think he wants to be steeper rather than straighter. You don't want to deal with the 9. Yeah. You see where he put his tip there? He went a little far. So now he'd be happy just to be able to avoid the 9, I think.
Seems to be a bit of a trademark of Alexis, this. Just get down and slam this one in the corner.
Yeah, there's probably a reason why he's good at that slide elevation with distance. He's been great at this shot over and over and over. More leveled out here. Still slamming. Yeah, I'd say he likes that shot. They call him the comeback kid. Karl Boys has dubbed him that. He was trailing 9-1 versus Albert Daniel Huerta at the Arizona Open. An unbelievable comeback, to be fair. The biggest one I've seen, I believe.
Yeah, I did ask him as well if it was all right. He said, "Oh yeah, I like it." I thought, I bet you do.
Well, I think, yeah.
He's on a mini comeback here. Five racks to 2. Let's have a look at some stats. Well, player overall performance. Pecelj was on about 300 and something. That's gone up to 719. Aleksa seems to break a little harder, doesn't he? 1.5 balls is his average on the break. Usually means the player's breaking a little bit harder. SVB is usually up there.
And the 9 had some movement. The 3 down, the 1 down. And a little whip of the cue because he has no look at the 2. Can be frustrating, especially when you're trailing. I can only imagine. I'm just saying I would look at the rollout, maybe trying to just roll the 6 to the long rail softly. But this is privy to something I like. I love to kick and stick the ball with like a low ball. He could kick 1 rail, probably use the 7. I do think his push outs at times are a bit questionable. Like this is when he did this many times before. When you're trying to roll the cue ball into a naked space, it's one of the most difficult things you can do. Just take a cue ball on a fast table and put a dot somewhere on that table. Put the cue ball as far away as you can from that dot, wherever it is on the table, and try to roll it within 6 inches of that dot, or even a foot of that dot. It is not easy. Yeah, this push out. So once again, open to come off the 2 and probably, and he has.
It's a nice shot coming up if he can nail this. Kick and sort of just squeeze it to land on top of the 7. That means you've got your opponent hooked. That's a big shot coming up this when you think about he's won 2 on the spin. That's what he's trying. He does not want this to go in the upper corner if it passes the pink. That is. Yeah, you can see the idea. He just overdrew the cue ball. Oh, the blue team nearly got there. But Oliver can cut this ball in. Oh, that's nice. They're not easy, then. He's just got down and smoothed it straight in the middle of the hole. Yeah, pretty good. I'm wondering if he can grab it 2 rails and just come past the 8 and play for the green 6 in upper left. Or does he swing it round, play for the green in the middle? Well, he's playing a high ball. I know he was okay. Yeah, there you see. Just kind of stops the rut a little bit, this. I know it's only 2 racks he's lost on the spin, but just sort of puts you back to 4 in front.
The high-speed wobbles are starting.
Yeah, Scott, I know you've spoken a lot about pocket size this week, but when this table is as dry as it is, if you catch the long rail like that, there's 0 slide.
No, and I think it's, there's a lot of people breathing in on the table too, so it's a weird combination. The bed is dry, the rails are pretty damp, I think. It's just a strange combination because typically you don't have this many people around a dry table, so I think it just plays a lot different than what they're used to. And it is 4 1/4. The pockets are definitely 4 1/4. They're used to 4-inch or even smaller at some of the events. The pockets at the Florida Open, I firmly believe were just below 4 inches. But I also spoke on the fact that doesn't matter how big a lead you have, if you start to stumble a little bit, you can lose your confidence very quickly, and it breathes life into your opponent. And Pecelj, well, he's starting to feel that life.
Yeah, we've been playing just over an hour now. And Pecelj, there's 1-3 on the spin.
Chuck Carl, been our tournament referee, our tournament director. Believe it or not, guys, he's a very good referee. Refereed my Diamond Pool Tour, or our Diamond Pool Tour, for better part of 7 or 8 years when he needed to. He's refereed all sorts of big events all over the country. What's the 7 doing? Well, I believe he's got the side pocket off the pink if he wants to slam that. Looks like the angle's okay to stun towards the middle. He's so good with the elevation, the slight elevation. I think it's laying good. He's got the angle, the down angle, to where he can play it off the pink 4. Yeah, you can see there, if he stunned that ball's definitely going in the side. Talked about simple safeties. It's fine. I don't think it's a problem, especially now that he's coming back. But you've got the momentum going for you, and I felt like the run out was pretty much in your face if you make the 2.
He's got the protector out here, Szolnoki. So he's sizing up here, 2 rails. There's 3 balls on the left. He's going 1 into it. He go, whoa, where are we going here? Okay.
He's not going to like this, or at least he shouldn't. Really important to try and weld him up to the 8. In the past, he hasn't been that great at the weld. It's definitely not welded.
Yeah, where the blue 2 has landed, it's probably helped Szolnoki. He can have a soft roll at this. Szolnoki is good in all departments, it seems.
I think he's going to have to continue to be good here, though, right, Karl? He's going to just, can't you just edge on the far side of the 2 here and just flick it, come all the way around? Same shot. Is this one frozen?
Chucky's all over that.
SBC, not frozen. Last time I felt like he hit it a little firm. Got the double kiss. Well, he knows the shot.
Pretty good that, wasn't it, to be fair? He's done that twice.
Pretty good there as well. That can get away from you. That's very touchy. It's keeping him kicking. This is never fun. A lot of guys might consider the 2 rails here.
Yeah, he likes doing this. It's some sort of mirror system. Some of the players do it. Just gives him a bit of a guide, and then the rest will be feel. But he keeps hitting it, doesn't he? This time, I don't believe it's worked. Yeah, this can be made. Cue ball will run into the brown 7. That should hold it. Extension called, players get one each per rack. Usually they take it on what they feel like is their most difficult.
Yeah, and there's a good look. Really. A pool player's line right here. This is the angle you always want. Clean. But a little off, and this is what can lead to trouble. You don't want to overhit this and end up straight on the green 6 due to where the 7 is at, so he's got work to do. I like his choice there. He always knew he was going to have an angle. That's that high ball versus the running low ball that continues to get people in trouble on this table.
Wrapping around, this has got to go. Yep, that's good enough. Well, the comeback kid, he's at it again. 5-0 down. It's a 5-4. Okay.
Talk about good products in the industry. Talk about big names in the industry. It's Town, the V10 formula, newly released. They've been around a long time, but it also took a long time to get the V10 formula together. I believe it's taking up around 80% of the market, and there's a reason for it. Check out their products at townbilliards.com. Thanks so much for their sponsorship. Pecelj is 1 year younger than his opponent, 26 versus 27 years young. Big kiss. The 9 is flying. It's going to be short of the side, but it did have the legs. Look at this layout here. I know I could get to the 3.
Yeah, what a chance to tie it up. The kid just doesn't give up, does he? There's just no quitting him.
Yeah, he takes advantage. Recognizes those momentum swings. That ball, the 6, missed in the upper left corner by Szolnoki. He just kind of recognizes it right then and there, takes advantage at that moment.
Yeah, and we're talking about that comeback against Albert Yanawata in the quarterfinals. 9-1 down, raised to 10. He won 10-9, but we seem to forget about what he did in the semi-finals against SVB. Yeah, nicely judged there. This one's going to be going 5-5. This just get away from the 8 here. Everything is kind of over the hole. The green 6 to the 7 seems to be the ball where it might go wrong.
Could go wrong here now. He's over the 8. It's like when we least expect it, funny things start to happen. Not saying it should go wrong, but where there really wasn't much of an opportunity, now there could be. Oh, that was hit well. It seems like he frees himself up when he gets behind. I've noticed that when he was playing Januarta. Now, of course, when you're trailing big, any of us should just loosen up. You have nothing to lose at that point. But he's in the finals here, right? He was trailing 5-0, but it still seems like he frees his arm up quite a bit. Just slower and a bit tighter when things are close. And I wonder if that changes going forward. I talk about that quite a bit when I'm teaching. Can you recognize those moments? Watch out. Watch out. That's a big side pocket at that speed.
Oh, Aleksa. That's a massive error. I think he's lost his chalk as well, so double whammy.
He's trying to come to the 3rd rail there. Just take your medicine. And the distance? Started with position on the purple 5, though. Once again.
Incredible ball there. You've done all the hard work, and like you said, just left himself jacked up, and then it just started to go wrong, didn't it? Snowballs.
He's going to give Szolnoki something to think about, though. It's going to keep him sharp, or it should.
Yeah, Aleksa will be furious sat in his chair, but got to try and find the positives. You're just going to be 2 behind instead of 5 like you was. Yeah, Szolnoki steals it at the end. 6 racks to 4.
He tried to warp it before the side pocket. I would assume there's no way he's trying to warp it past the side pocket. And I think that's why he put that speed on it, expecting the arc initially on the cue ball, and he didn't really get it. He actually got a delay, which caused the cue ball to go a little bit longer.
Yeah, what's happening here is they're just trying to find his chalk. When he sort of slammed his hand on the table, I think it just fell out of his hand and went in the corner pocket. So SBC, he's on the hunt as well.
We'll be right back.
For years, champions have trusted Tom. Now the evolution continues. Designed for those who demand excellence. By request of players and fans around the world, Tom brings you the new V10 Blue Chalk. For years, champions have trusted Tom. Now the evolution continues. Designed for those who demand excellence. By request of players and fans around the world, Tom brings you the new V10 Blue Chalk. Elevate your performance. Step into the blue. Tom V10, the future of billiards is in your hands. Visit www.tombilliards.com for more information.
Well, I can promise you it was as tough as it looked because I started to get a little frustrated, but the chalk actually went, if you know the diamond table, you have the rack slot and then the trough. It was up in the rack slot like 4 feet up in there. We don't know how that ever happened, but it did happen. So we got to come up for a new name for Chuck as well.
CFC, Chalk Finder Chuck.
Yeah, I think that's it. On a good day.
Yeah, Chuck's had an eventful 2 weeks on tour.
Yeah, tell us why.
Well, yeah, on the main table, he called a soft break on Robbie Capito. Capito then went basketballing for a few minutes. Nearly wiped out Chuck with the 2 ball. And he's been TD here, refereeing, trying to control me and Scott all week as well. He cleaned the cue ball for John Morrow, then dropped it and moved a load of balls.
That's why. He's also slippery ball Chuck.
Now he's doing the final. The chalk hunt is over.
Oh, look at this. 2 going to dress up, cue ball free. What's the 3-9 look like? There's a big gap. He can go there, but he doesn't need to. He can come past it. I don't know that it plays past the 6. Could play the combination. This is all up to him, but it's pretty natural to get past the 2. Excuse me, past the 3 with a right ball. Just don't want to end up on the bottom rail. That's the big concern. I think you do both, right? You come to the right side of the table if you land good on the combination because you have to cut the 3 a little bit to make the 9. But if you overrun that, you have the left side pocket. So it's going to be a high outside ball here. It looks almost perfect.
Aleksa has been punished big time for the mistake. Always seems to happen. 7-4. Szolnoki over the halfway point.
I play with the JF 2020. It's part wood, part carbon. Outer layer is wood. The inner layer is carbon. One of the things I like most about it is when I tried to play with full carbon, I lost control of the draw stroke. I would either overdraw it or underdraw it. When I got the JF 2020 in my hand with the SMO shaft, I was money. Until I wasn't. Then I started commentating. But I do love the product. Go to jflowerscues.com. Check them out. They are the best product on the planet for the money.
Well, he's got another look at the lowest ball here. Just look at that.
Pretty good. He did catch it maybe a little thicker, but it's real risky to try and cut that to the top side from where you are. Table plays really good for the high inside ball, though, or any inside ball. It just bites so well. There's a lot of things you can do on this table, Karl, that you cannot do on most TV tables.
Yeah, you can work the cue ball like crazy, that's for sure.
twice out to the middle. This could be one of them that gets lost. He's aware of that, so probably safer to catch it a little thicker. Yeah, it could get lost. Kind of got away with one there.
Yeah, played it off the third rail.
Yeah, you and I don't really think he played it off the third rail. I think he just caught it a little thinner and a little quicker than he wanted.
Absolutely. These are always quite nice where you can just dig in.
Yeah, there he goes again with the check side ball instead of coming 2 rails where a lot of players do. This table suits you for that ball like that.
Yeah, Oliver Szolnoki gets to 8. Here we are with the stats. Szolnoki still over 900. That's high level stuff. And if you look at the break and runs, 2. Them 2 have come after the Aleksa mistake.
Once again, look at the safety efficiency. 7 of 9, 78%. 4 of 8, 50%. On Pecel's side. I feel like that's always the missing link outside of the break.
Safety's drawn 4, Scott.
Yeah, and fouls drawn 2 to 0 on Pecel's side. Good contact again. He's going to get another look at the 2. Yeah, hard to tell here. I don't believe it's got a clean look to the pocket.
If it does go, it's super tight.
Is this just a pretty basic safety, sending it up table? I like it. I really do. Simple, but the way he plays the basic safeties, they're so high percentage as far as potentially drawing the foul. Gonna have to bend this back. I think bending it is better anyway because you're coming in at a flatter angle to make the ball. Yeah, I think you've got to bend this. Coming in at a straighter angle just above that top diamond on the left of the side pocket. I don't hate it, but I feel like it's tougher to get safe as well this way. Well, why don't you just drain it? Nothing better than making me look absolutely incorrect.
Look at this. So tough to do that.
Yeah, it is. I felt like that was the toughest way to make that ball, but he did.
Yeah, that's going to hold up, so carved out a little chance here.
Yeah, a little bit on the wrong side. I don't think this causes any issues. Going to come to the top rail or try to hold one of the two. Just keep that 3-rail angle he's looking at. I personally like to be just a bit steeper when the 7's that close to the rail, or excuse me, that close to the pocket. He's fine. It should never be a problem. Clean.
Can play this in the corner or the side. He's going to go to the side. There it is. It was the 2-rail kick. A brutal 2-rail kick, and he made the 2-ball. He's run the rack.
Well, he's guaranteed $10,000. With a chance at $20,000. The last 32 got $500 apiece, $1,250 for the final 16. The quarterfinals, $2,800 apiece. You see it. You see all the money. It's there. Thank you to Dave Bartosiak. Excuse me, David Lee. I was just texting Dave Bartosiak. Shout out to Classic Billiards, by the way. We haven't talked to them or talked about them all week. I'm a little tired, but we haven't. And they are actually the host of the Vice City Classic, which is where I started off on this tour, which seems like about a decade ago.
Another great club as well, isn't it, down there at Classics?
It is. It really is, and a great guy. Does a lot for pool. Anyway, thank you, David Lee.
It must be a Dave thing.
Yeah, there's a lot of Daves in this industry, by the way. Don't make me go there. Thanks for the 20,000 added. Grateful for the 20,000 up top. Who will it be? Pecelj or Szolnoki?
Bit of 9-ball movement, but he's looking at the blue 2. Thin to cut that in. The bank shot is a little easier to control your cue ball.
Pretty good right there. Big gap. That opens everything up. Just don't catch the 5 coming out when shooting the 4, but I don't really see any other trouble. 6 plays to the right side.
Yeah, all about finding the gap.
Yeah, this is going to bite on you a little bit, though. It's going to spring. So I don't know if he feels like he has to stun this just a bit. Then you introduce the 9. Is he going short side? I don't think so, but he's leveled out. Oh, he put a ton of spin on it. Very good. Kind of cued that a little differently, right? Center ball, then went extreme outside.
Just going to get this one right now. He gets on this green 6.
Yeah, going under the 8 and out to the middle.
Zero quit in Aleksa. He just keeps going. Just trying to make something happen, trying to get back in this match. Listen, Szolnoki still needs 5 racks. Pretty sweet this now. It's boiling up nicely. 8-6, just 2 racks. Separate them both. Is one of these going to be the Mosconi Cup at the Cree Royale? Well, we already know if Szolnoki wins this title, he'll jump up to the top spot. 27th through to the 30th. Europe versus USA. So much hope on Team USA this year. Desperate to try and get another win. It's been a while. So much so, Johan Oishnik is back at the helm. He's been stateside as well. I'm sure he'll be there next week at the US Open. That starts on Tuesday. Still a few players around here actually. During a couple of breaks of having a little walk around, and they're practicing away. Probably travel tomorrow or on Monday. Okay, Pecelj, it's your break.
And the one down to cue ball, going up to the top rail. And this is a tough one to elevate on to the lower left. Just got some space between the rail and the cue ball. But very tough. You're going to have to put a little pace on it if you're going to the lower left. You know if you catch that long rail, it's going to hold up. I don't fault him for playing safe here, if that's what he elects to do. He's looking at the right side of the table past the side pocket. I almost feel like, Karl, it's worth the trip if you just take a shot at the 2 to the lower left. 4 does pass to the lower right corner.
Yeah, he's used his extension as well.
Yeah, I think he just told himself, might as well just shoot at this. He's very good elevating, but he's leveled out. Where's he going with the cue ball if he's shooting it?
I think he's just coming past the purple as a 2-wire. Yeah, dead weight. If you miss it, you should get the hook. It's going to fall.
Yeah, it's probably a better way to make the ball, right? Plus backdoor, like you said.
This would be a good one if he can pull this out. Smash it in upper right, and you just got to spin the cue ball around with a bit of right English. Tough shot, but it looks nice when it comes off. Gotta go.
He's there, I believe. Gosh, this is tight. Yeah, he's there.
willing it to stop, isn't he? Just doesn't want to leave a pot on this pink. Feel it doesn't really matter. Szolnoki very adept tactically. The stats prove it.
Yeah, this looks like he can knock it in, but I don't know. Obviously, the body language saying he can't. Yeah, he really tried to get tight. Did pretty good. He loved another rotation out of that. But I love his thought process when he's playing safe. Tries to do a little bit more. What about this hit? Stuck the cue ball like a dream.
Two rail off the short rail into the pink. Where's he trying to go? Needs help. Oh, he's going to take this all day long. Look at this. Finds the top rail.
Too good for a town this size. Look at SBC all over the shot right there. Needs to go. That will get cross-banked. The overhead says he can pinch this no problem. But his actions tell me he doesn't know the shot, so he's going to play defense. Can't blame him. This is why I'm here. But it definitely was bankable from the overhead. There was a big gap from the rail. Can't argue this.
Yeah, it seems very rare when Oliver's playing safe. He doesn't nail it. Jumping over the 9. Possible jump bank. Is that what he's flying at for distance? No, he's just going to wrap it round. 2 rails. Slot the pink in the corner.
My. Was he really playing that? How strong. This isn't bad. He's well above the 6 and off the rail. Definitely works. Gotta avoid the 9 coming up. Can catch the right side of it. It's not the end of the world. No problem.
Showing a lot of heart. He really is. He was 5-0 down. He got beat last week in Yuma in the final. He just goes again. Just keeps going. Here he's again. Back-to-back finals. Had a chance to tie this one up at 5 apiece. It went wrong. He made him an error. Here he is again. Just one behind. Oh my. This was the jump. Look at that flying through the air. Straight in the middle of the hole. Cue ball comes a couple of rails and flicks the 8. Fair enough. He probably didn't play that. But what a jump shot it was. It's going to be real interesting if Aleksa can get this match tied up. I don't see Szolnoki folding, but it's going to be interesting to sweat it.
Oh, this was really sweet here. Look at this. The 9 gonna cause some problems. Potentially, I don't know if the overhead will tell us. Can he play a two-way here like the 3-9 combination? Yes, he can. One of the ways you play this ball is you just find the aim point to the 9, pretending the 9 is the pocket. Find your aim point on the 3 to the 9. Forget about everything else. You can draw to the top rail 1-2 if you'd like. But I think if you hit with a little pace, you're going to get away from it to begin with. Really got to put the focus into making this. It's a great look.
Oh, wow. This is insane. We're locked to 8 apiece. That wasn't as easy as he made it look. But he's knocked it in. Well, pick the bones out of this. Aleksa up into the 800s. Szolnoki has dropped from the 9s to the 8s. Up defence, we've got a new stat. Jump, kick, draw. What's this one, Scott?
Well, it looks like the jump, kick, draw. 10-1.
What does this mean?
10-1.
The stat guy's having some fun with us. Let's see.
I don't think Szolnoki's jump, kick, drawn 10 times. Maybe I'm getting pranked. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm definitely not looking at my phone. Oh, you sent the wink, the little winky wink. The pool stat guy. He's got a sense of humor. We love it. Mike Salmon.
Watch out, cue ball. It's okay. 2 ball, here it comes again. Look at this. Oh my.
Yeah, say it ain't so. How many times have we seen it, though? How many times have we seen it? It was the upper left corner. Szolnoki missed the green 6 that he was never supposed to miss. He's smooth sailing. It was very similar to the green 6 that Justin Bergman missed in Florida.
I wonder if Bergman set off back. He's in the car, and he's just been driving all over the show. And where he is.
Pretty cold-blooded, though. I mean, he's lost some pretty close big matches. Even back at the PLP, he was on the bubble. It was Atencio. Atencio was playing on another table. and Justin was playing on another table. Whoever won that match advanced into the final 6 of the PLP. I think Bergman lost by like near to nothing. I think 1 rack, maybe 2, but that's what it came down to. My whole point, Bergman's had a tough go here at the beginning, but that only means that he's going to do something pretty big, in my opinion.
Yeah, trending in the right direction.
Yeah, so is Pecelj.
I mean, for as well as Szolnoki's played, this has been some response, this. Wow, Scott, 9-8 up.
Yeah, let's talk about something I want to talk about for once. Karl Boys Pool Life. Subscribe. He's got, what do you call that, a vlog?
The vlog's back.
Yeah, the vlog's back. You want to check that out on YouTube. But there's something else. He will commentate your pool match. Message him on Instagram or Facebook at Karl Boys. He'll commentate your pool match. It's not for free, but it's nearly free. He can either roast you, he can do a little bit of each, or he can give you a professional commentary. I think it's genius. If I were still playing, I would love his knowledge. I would be rifling footage to him.
Well, I'll tell you what, Scott, I've been vlogging the Phoenix Open, and boy, have I got some content. Last night, certain pool players were having a bit of fun on the match table. I was there with the camera. I'll try and get the vlog out on Monday, /Tuesday. Like, subscribe, hit the bell, whatever it is you call it.
Hit the notification bell.
Thanks. Well, what a turn of events we've got here. 5-0 down. Did he go 8-5 down?
Yeah, I believe he did. We'll find out, I'm sure, in the chat. Not happy with this. The green 6 causing mega problems. I don't think the 2 passes the 8. Even if it does, it could potentially be suicidal to go after. Yeah, pretty smart here. Oh, I'd have loved that 2 to just settle right in behind the 8 a little bit more. You can kick from the top side or the left side, the right side or the left side. I think there's more value the left side, and that's what he's looking at. Yeah, this is on. If he makes solid contact, you've got to bet on him making the 8, but it's all about the solid contact. Oh, well done. Very well done.
It's been a very high level final, this must be said, Scott. It really has.
No, it has. If you think about it, there's only a couple of missed balls. The safeties were on point for the most part. It's only been a few weeks since I've been commentating?
Yeah, we're just shy of the 2-hour mark. We're about 10 minutes off that.
Yeah, and we have a 30-second shot clock. Karl's been touching on it. He would like to do away with the extension at worst.
Yeah, I'm not sure the players will be too happy with that.
Well, that's all you would talk about at the first half of this tournament, so I figured I'd bring it up. Do you agree, though?
Yeah, without a doubt, yeah.
Well, we might have new viewers, and the reason Karl's saying that is because with the extension, it really does drag things out at times.
Yeah, when you're trying to get neutrals to tune in, obviously the diehards, they love this, don't they? Anyway, that's a discussion for the vlog.
Yeah, or earlier in the tournament.
He's kicked the 8-ball in from the hook. It's the simple stun shot here. And after nearly a couple of hours, we're tied at 9-9, and it's going to be a race to 4. Wow. TownBillies.com. Get your chalk, the V10, the Pyro, all different colours. They've got hats, they've got a few other bits and bats of gadgets on the website. Changed the game, they really did. No more marks on the table. No more skids. Okay, Oliver has got the break. We're locked at 9s. There's the 1 ball. He's going to get a look at the red 3. Green 6 is tied up on the 7. Yeah, he's going to have to really dig into this if he's going to come down for the pink. Later on in the rack, he could play safe on the green 6. If he can get the cue ball where the purple is, he can whack it round and stun him behind brown 7. Yeah, just got too much into it. He was so focused on getting down here for the pink. Just overcooked it.
Yeah, and if he would have caught it where he was supposed to, he'd have probably been pretty low here. The bottom rail, which might have been okay. Boy, this is no fun. Table will work for you here. Your first thought is that you've got to pound this. More importantly, Getting through the ball smoothly, follow through, stay on your aim point. He cues a little differently as well. More towards the center, then goes low. Wow, that's a good hit. Hit it a little too good. Yeah, I think he can hold. He doesn't mind wrapping around, I don't think. It's a little tougher to judge the speed on this fast table. Nine's potentially playable with the carom. Speed looks pretty good. Especially for the 9 now, I think. Man, doesn't look bad, does it? Does he got to catch it a little thin, the 5? I think if you shoot it where you make it, the 9 goes low. Yeah, I think he's just drawing off the top of the 9. Going to 3-rail safe the green. Don't blame him. Pretty smart play there. Stay away from chasing that.
Can he just play it below the 9 as well, Scott? Was that set up nice?
Watch the side. Well done, right?
Yeah, very well done. Here comes the ruler.
I knew this system back in the day, but one thing I found is when you're traveling in dry conditions and then you go to a damp condition, it's just such a different ball game. Now, it still measures the same, but you've got to make the adjustments on the cue ball.
Yeah, so you think he's using it as a guide, and then when he gets back
Correct.
around here, he's just doing his little adjustments?
Exactly. With the speed, everything, right? What you're doing with the cue ball, the speed. I think the strongest part of it is if it helps you mentally.
Thought for a second then he might fluke the 8 with a cue ball. So impressed with Pecelj, though. I really am, honestly. I mean, when you look back at that quarter final against Albert, imagine if he just got beat 10-3. Does all this happen?
Well, he might be the one, right? 26 years old. He might be the one that goes to the finals, gets beat, and it lights him, right? Makes him want to come back, makes him want to win. It's hard to find that. The comeback kid. I think you nailed that name.
You know what's crazy, though? You're saying he's 27. Joshua Filler's 28.
Okay, then it's Szolnoki that's 26. Pecelj 27.
It's just unbelievable to think Filler's only 28, though.
Yeah, it is unbelievable.
He's like in their bracket. Nice. Well, I didn't see this coming. I don't know why, because this is the comeback kid. But he's got to double figures first. 10 racks to 9. And we've been playing, call it, 2 hours. And all eyes are on the table now because this is going right down to the stretch. possible timeout, I think. Sort of looks that way. Obviously, we're restricted with the camera view, but I would have thought the players, or a player, would have been breaking by now.
For years, champions have trusted Tom. Now the evolution continues. Designed for those who demand excellence. By request of players and fans around the world, Tom brings you the new V10 Blue Chalk. Elevate your performance. Step into the blue. Tom V10, the future of billiards is in your hands. Visit www.tombilliards.com for more information.
Slippery ball chuck there, giving the cue ball a good clean because we're at the meaty part of this match. Aleksa Pecelj, 10. Oliver Szolnoki, 9. Quieten down.
Yeah, I see no reason to quiet them down. We want more noise.
Ooh, what happened there? Can we get another look? Big Kev?
Yeah, the one went in and out.
Slippery ball chuck.
Well, the 9 didn't move.
No, he's got that wired, to be fair. I'm going to compliment him on that after the match.
I think you're being a little hard on Chuck.
He loves it. We've even got a few players going up to him just saying, SBC, can you come and watch this shot?
But they don't even know any different.
No.
They just think that's his,
name or something.
Yeah. That's great.
Oh, this is what we do to get through the week. We're always having a bit of fun.
Yeah, to be fair, he does do a very good job. He's a lot of fun to give a hard time to.
2 rails, centre of the table. Yeah, it just looked a little short all the way. He's been knocking them in the whole final. He's had 2 or 3 of them where you just got to float them in.
Yeah, well, Pecel's put a little heat on him.
This is not going to be easy, Scott.
No, I think the 1's in a pretty good position, though. It's the position. He looked at going into the brown. I feel like that's dangerous. I think you're almost better off just trying to clear up table, but he doesn't want to worry about holding for the red 3. So let's see if he goes into the 7 at full. He needs to go into it full. Yeah. Don't know if that's going to work out for him. Pretty sure it isn't. It was always tough. Okay, so you could see there. I guess he was trying to fit that gap. I don't think so. I think that was more of a, I don't know. Well, now, really no chance to hold if he makes this. He'd love to catch the 9 some type of way.
Could be worse. You just don't want to leave a straight and easy pot, do you?
Yeah, he definitely didn't do that. You can't even go at this to the upper left corner. I don't think. There's no way you can go at this. It's dead over the 8. It's little things like that, though, that I think is our job to recognize, right? The ball goes all over the place. The cue ball finishes dead frozen over the 8. I don't really think he can get much of the outside of the ball. We'll take one more look. I mean, no, he's really, you can't chance using that much left spin, so don't know exactly what he's got up his sleeve here. Maybe he's forced to go, but how do you get any position? Oh, this is a great effort, no matter what happens here. Well, that was high-level stuff.
Yeah, the crowd know it as well. They've been tremendous all week, very knowledgeable. They know the game of pool.
I moved here in 1999. It's incredible. I was 25 years old. Just don't understand how I've been here so long and how quick time flies, but this city has grown tremendously in the pool world.
Well, we seen it from the very first day, didn't we? Play started at 10 a.m. I think we might have arrived just around lunch, and there were a few people here sweating the matches so early on. Well, Tuesday. Was it Tuesday we started? Yeah, Tuesday. Uh-oh. Oh, no. It's hard to say it's a bad shot, but the cue ball went one rail straight into the middle of the hole.
Yeah, all these funny little things going against Szolnoki now. It's funny how that happens, though. Credit to Aleksa. Don't know if he's going to get this angle. He's got to get up table. Is he just going to draw straight out? I guess he feels like he's okay here. Yeah, I guess he's drawing straight out above or past the green 6.
Watch out, 6 ball.
Yeah, it happens so many times where you just feather that and it completely snookers you. Okay, you can come to the left side of the table here. You don't have to go up, but I think he's straight enough to where he can just draw up, no problem. Well done. Just stop here. Yeah, his confidence is built throughout this match. You can see it in the pace around the table. The last match he played wasn't quite the same. He's made it to another final. And he has a point to prove. Two of the toughest 128 brackets possibly of all time, and he's made the final back-to-back.
Yeah, it's strong, but we can see why. He's got a lot of heart. He just keeps going. There's no quit in the kid. 11-9, just 2 away. Okay, 8-5-5 plays 8-4-2. He's overtook him on the POP. Safety efficiency. Well, Szolnoki. Can't remember if he was 100%, but if he weren't, he was something like 7 out of 8, 8 out of 9, something like that. That's just dropped a little bit.
Yeah, and over time, that's going to stay so close. But 7 out of 9, I think it was at one point, 8 out of 7 or 7 out of 8, which is incredibly strong.
Balls pocketed.
Yeah.
Sell over 100. Szolnoki 67. And also, if you look at the one in the side, Aleksa's 9 from 11. 6 from 9 for Szolnoki. Just 2 more to go.
That's one of the harder hits he's had, believe it or not, due to the pace of the one going into the side. It might have had something to do with this layout. He definitely got into him. Can you go forward here, banking the 2 like to the bottom rail? Just trickle forward and use the 9 and 6. Don't know how much of the 2 he can get. It's definitely on if he can see enough of the 2. You got a backdoor with the 6 as well. You just float the 2. No, he can't do it. That's a good line there. That shot is not on. This is a bit funnier than I thought. Could be measuring it out from here, though. He just wants to give himself enough of the blue 2 to go forward. I don't think it's a terrible push out either, because it's not easy from there to execute. I mean, he might be considering just rolling out to a cross corner. Make it, take it. I don't know if he leaves that cross corner. Szolnoki trailing 11-9. Is it time to step up and fire it in? I don't know. All depends on if he lays his cue ball into the top rail. Yeah, I think he's teasing him with the cross corner. I think you can still play the shot I was discussing. It's a lot tougher. The double kiss could be in play. Could potentially send the 2 around and use the purple 5. Yeah, he tried to use the 5, I believe.
How's the cue ball? He's got to be careful. It doesn't flick. Oh, well, it did flick, but it's okay.
He's lost it in the upper left. Things are not going well for Oliver.
Yeah, just a quick scan around the table, just looking at where the balls are. Scott, they're not bad. Trying to see where it may go wrong. 7 to 8, possibly.
Yeah, 7 to 8, possibly. Kicked it into another gear. This guy was trailing 5 games to 0, then 8 games to 5. He's made back-to-back finals. Like I said, in what I think is 2 of the toughest 1-2-8s as far as the bracket that's ever been with the competition nowadays, and the bar that's been elevated from Matchroom.
And he's got past history at the US Open. He's been to the semi-finals. He's going to go to the US Open absolutely brimming with confidence. Szolnoki will as well. Whoever loses this final will. Obviously, we don't know the result yet, but you're going deep in tournaments. You're doing it when it matters. Look at the players they both beat in the semi-finals. Yap and Biardo.
Yeah, and you don't ever gain more confidence as a pool player than when you're trailing pretty big and come back, right? If you start to do that over and over and over, let's not forget when Federer Gorst started winning the most, he really started his reign in Saudi Arabia when he won the World Championships in, I believe, 2025, but it seems like it was 2024 now. Point being, he was trailing, I think, 7 of his matches by big numbers. Watch the left side. But you can't gain more confidence than that, Carl.
Yeah, everyone plays good when you're in front. The game seems easy. It doesn't seem easy when you're behind, and every shot seems huge. Said at the start, Szolnoki's temperament's great. But so's is this kid. He's about to go on the hill. There it is. Just one rack away from a big title, the Phoenix Open on the World 9-Ball Tour, after getting to the final just last week in Yuma. Okay, this will be the last break for Aleksa, regardless. Of course, it's a winner break format. Oh, a bit of 9-ball movement. Is this going to hold up? It is. He can go upper left corner and wrap it round 2 rails. Come down for the red 3.
Yeah, pretty freely as well, right? He's got the 6, 7, 9. Kind of a cushion or backdoor insurance play. If you don't make it, you're thinking overcut here, but oftentimes when you think like that, that's exactly what happens. I think he just bears down and buries it. Oh, and that's exactly what he's done. Pure as the driven snow. You couldn't hit it any better.
Yeah, talk about knocking a big ball in to give yourself a chance to win a final and a title. That was tremendous. He's plumb here. These are all there.
Yeah, the only thing I'm saying now to myself, if I'm him, is don't get ahead of yourself. You finally got yourself in this position. Continue the same pace. Don't change anything. And he has so far. He's done fabulous. You know, once again, Carl, I'll say it one last time. 228-man fields. I think both of them probably the toughest in my lifetime. He's made the finals of both. He was heartbroken last week in the Arizona Open. Well, he's recovered quite well.
Yeah, not kidding. Talk about bouncing back. He's good on the 8. This has been super impressive. He knows it. You can see the smile is there. Jubilation. 5-0 down. 8-5 down. The kid does not know how to quit. And Aleksa Pecelj is your 2026 Phoenix Open champion. What a performance. 13-9.
Congratulations to Aleksa, and good job, Oliver. You guys probably can't hear what you're talking about down in the arena, so we are just going to sign off here. Thank you guys for tuning in. This has been a great tournament. Glad you guys hung out with us, but for Mailbirds, this is a wrap. See you guys.